Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to talk about right now is something that is not just your imagination. We really are witnessing a full-blown societal meltdown. In the United States today, there are millions upon millions of people that are completely and utterly lawless. We really have become as a lot of people would say, Mad Max society. And the future of our country is going to be exceedingly bleak if we continue to go down this road. Now, I could sit here and provide countless examples to prove my point, but for this video, I've selected 10, all right? The first one is theft. It's become so rampant, especially in Washington, D.C., that CVS has replaced toilet paper and paper towels and other products with framed photos. And there's a buzzer that you can press if you want to buy them. And then an employee will come up and go get you what you need. You know, to see this in our nation's capital, it's forced by rampant serial theft to pull toilet paper and paper towels and other items from the shelves and replace them with a framed photo of the missing products with a buzzer. It's bizarre. Customers trying to buy Charmin or Bounty must buzz the clerk, who will eventually retrieve the precious commodity from the back room. In other words, the capital of the most powerful nation in human history has been reduced to third world style security systems to sell toilet paper. Imagine that. So the second thing is a man. He was wielding an axe. He was carjacking in downtown St. Louis. And he was shocked. Why was he shocked? He was shocked because a potential victim that he approached decided to pray. And this was unexpected, I guess, on his part. But this happened on October 18th. And police say his decision to pray and not let fear overtake him resulted in the suspect leaving him alone after an attempted carjacking in the city's downtown area on North 7th Street. The suspect, who was identified as Romel S. Taylor, 37 years old, was charged with first-degree attempted robbery and felony robbery regarding 2 unrelated incidents. The power of prayer. Yeah. So the third one is 4 criminals wearing ski masks recently robbed a jewelry dealer right in the middle of a highway in Los Angeles. The driver who was robbed by a group of thieves last month after they crashed into his car on the 10 freeway was a jewelry dealer from Hong Kong. And the 4 men wearing the ski masks, they were driving a black Dodge Caravan. They crashed into the back of an Alfa Romeo at 1:30 in the afternoon on October 24th. They disabled the car on the East Bend Town Freeway, 10 freeway, near Arlington Avenue. And a Ford Mustang was also hit during this crash. The fourth thing. I'm sure that you have, and I know I have dealt with, either you have an addict in your family or you used to be friends with somebody, okay? Unconscious addicts are sprawled across the road for hundreds of yards, and this is seen every single morning in downtown San Francisco. Some are hunched over against, shielding themselves from the cold, while others are so intoxicated to care about themselves because cars and buses try to steer around them through these unconscious addicts that are sprawled across the road for hundreds of yards. The anxiety that they must feel while traveling back and forth to work every single day. It's unbelievable. The next thing is in Oakland. A district attorney that got elected just had her laptop stolen from her car. Now, how bad, let me ask you, how bad is crime and theft in Oakland, California? Well, it's so bad that the DA, who had her laptop stolen from her car while she attended a community meeting, she called the cops to report the theft. No one showed up. She was forced to file a report online. Her name is Pamela Price, and she is facing a recall election specifically over this issue. Yeah. So the next thing is Dallas, Texas. How bad do you think crime is in Dallas, Texas? Well, it turns out that retail theft in the city is up 73% through the first 6 months of 2023. The shopping experience in Dallas is starting to change as retail theft is increasing. And Dallas and Los Angeles, where shoplifting has increased 109%. Imagine that. 109%. It's almost like the retailers themselves probably don't even expect anyone to come in and pay anymore. They're just so used to the theft. It's unbelievable. I can't imagine owning a business like that and just saying, I'm throwing up my hands, throwing in the towel, as they would say. This is the highest reported retail theft in the first half of this year. And this is according to an analysis of 24 major cities. So 24 major cities are dealing with this. My word. So the next thing is Miami, Florida. An MMA fighter, his name is Javier Baez. He had to fight for his life after a knife-wielding maniac started to attack him in the parking lot of his apartment complex. Now, this former MMA fighter used his combat skills to open up a can of whoop-ass, literally, on this assailant in self-defense. And the dramatic scene was caught on video. I don't have the video, but I'm just going by what I've researched. Now, Javier Baez, he drove back to his Miami apartment complex after a night out on Halloween, and he spotted Omar Marrero screaming and brandishing a knife in the parking lot. And now, after Baez parked his car, Marrero reportedly walked over and started hitting his window with the knife. Yeah. So the next one is allegedly a 16-year-old girl in Gordon, Nebraska. She did the unthinkable to her newborn child. Cut off the airway by an incision in the neck. I'll just say that. And then put the baby into a bag of dog food. And, she's been charged with first-degree murder and use of a deadly weapon. The unidentified teenage girl has been charged after authorities were called to the girl's home in Gordon, Nebraska on November 6th after being told that the girl had given birth and that the baby was not breathing. What is this world coming to? The next one is in Chicago, Illinois. Conditions have gotten so bad that even immigrants are fleeing the city in large numbers. And one even declared that the American dream just does not exist anymore. One man by the name of Michael Kashjan, 39 years old, said that because he was unable to afford rent and unable to get his work permit, he was taking his family back to Venezuela. He said, the American dream just doesn't exist anymore. There's nothing here for us. How many more months of living on the street will it take? No more. It's better that I leave and at least I have my mom back at home. He said, we just wanted to be home. If we were going to be sleeping on the streets here, we'd rather be sleeping on the streets in Venezuela. Note this, that at one station, over 40 people have left to either move home or to a different city within the U.S. Yeah. So the last one is, you know, you can't do a video without talking about New York City, right? The Big Apple is being so overwhelmed by so much turmoil that Mayor Eric Adams is considering handing out tents and allowing people to camp in parks and other outdoor spaces. And according to people familiar with deliberations among Mayor Eric Adams and his top advisors, this is what he's doing. You're creating more of a problem, man. Okay? I mean, this is our country now. Okay? I know that you think along the same lines that I do. Okay? Did you ever think that we would be even having this kind of a discussion? This is what we are now. This is our country now. We have truly become a lawless nation, and there is no indication that we are going to turn things around anytime soon, sadly. If things are this bad right now, what's going to happen once a cataclysmic event starts to erupt around us, or many cataclysmic events, and our society descends into a state of chaos? Even now, law enforcement agencies all over the United States cannot handle the level of crime that we are now witnessing. If America had chosen a better path, things could have turned out much differently. But we didn't, so here we are, and now we are experiencing the very painful consequences of our very, very foolish decisions. All right, guys, I'm out here, okay? I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fear less. Ciao.